Hello and welcome to the BNC, the Black Nerd Culture Podcast, where three brothers have deeper conversations about the Black nerd sphere and beyond. I am Sean, here with Vin and CJ. Today we'll be discussing Spider-Man: Brand New Day, directed by Destin Daniel Creighton, and written by Chris McKenna and Eric Summers, starring Tom Holland, Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, John Bernthal, Sadie Sink, and Mark Ruffalo. So with the preamble out of the way, let's jump right in.
Sadie fucking Sink.
She
I think
definitely
everybody turned in a great performance, though.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, but Sadie did that. Of course,
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, I expected it because we had like, all right, I can only judge Sadie on Stranger Things, and like, that was a cool role and everything like that. Cool role and
yeah.
everything like that.
No,
Yeah,
she pissed me the
but this
fuck
is a
off in that
movie.
show. Yeah.
This is a movie,
Yeah.
and
There's
yes,
usually a distinction between TV actors and movie actors, and there
Mhm.
didn't feel like that to me with her at
Right.
all.
like she was there.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
in pocket.
Yeah.
No,
Usually TV actors feel out of place if they're in a big budget movie. They have, and
Yes, I
for
agree.
I guess for the audience, they have to, if you know them from TV, they have to earn kind of your respect in a way as movie actors. Not that TV isn't difficult or it's
Mhm.
hard, but depending on the
Mhm.
budget. Mm.
right. And
We,
mm, I didn't know she would be because of, or at least the way the trailers made it seem. I didn't know she would be as big a part as she was. Like I knew that her part was integral. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I didn't know she would show up as much as she did. Because she was because of the telepath thing.
right. You thought
Yeah.
she'd be in the shadows a lot more.
More exactly,
Got it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't get the reveal until the very end.
Hmm.
Got it.
Yeah, and
Especially with her being Jean Grey.
Right.
mhm, 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 mhm.
And
That
yeah,
is,
dumbass spoilers to start with,
I
by the
mean,
way.
that's just how we operate.
I know, I'm just saying it, so
Fair.
just saying
Like
it because it's literally
like
just came out this weekend.
I mean, what did you expect? We
Yeah,
talking about it. What do you expect?
I'm
yeah,
just saying.
and we're
I'm
23
This
just
is
saying.
going
episodes
to be
in.
a spoiler-free review.
No.
Fuck no.
Listen, just crossing my eyes here.
Heavy spoilers. Heavy
Heavy
spoilers.
Heavy
spoilers.
spoilers.
But yeah,
Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Heavy
yeah.
spoilers. And like I said, I saw like a behind the scenes little trailer thing, and they put her up as Jean. I'm like, okay, so she's obviously Jean Grey. There was no who could Jean be? It was obviously Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Um, and the trailers were like when I think the final trailer I think
Mm,
is the one I saw that. I was like, oh, you think I'm Scorpion? I'm like, I didn't
Yeah.
put it together. Like, oh yeah, Jean Grey is going to take over Scorpion because it's Jean Grey is Jean Grey. You don't think of Jean Grey as a
mhm.
fucking villain, and that was amazing to see.
Yes.
I thought that was cool too.
I mean, unless she's dealing with Phoenix shit.
Correct.
Yeah, but
Please let's leave Phoenix the fuck alone this go
well,
around.
We'll see.
no, because now they've set the groundwork for it, though.
True. That she
You
can
know what I'm saying?
actually turn in a villainous role depending on how the Phoenix manipulates her.
Right,
And
because the main problem with the
so
Phoenix
tired
is
of it.
that it normally comes out of in the movies, at least. It
Yes.
normally comes out of the blue. It's just like, nah, now she's possessed by some space into the alien thing, or she's really really mad, and the Phoenix is part of her dual personality or whatever. Now we see how dark she can go, so it's
Right.
not going to be a surprise if it shows up again.
True.
Mm, yeah.
But I mean, we're ways away from
Yeah,
stuff like that.
that's a while
We're
away.
at this point, they're building a 616 version of the X-Men, and it's
Hmm.
very,
Mhm.
as you could see, like we'll jump around as usual, but by the end, it seemed like she was going upstate.
Yeah,
So
that's what
it's
I thought too.
Yeah.
fairly likely she might come across Xavier, if not going to the school already. We'll see what they
Right.
do with that.
Yeah,
Right.
because she's definitely headed upstate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, she was. Absolutely.
But overall, I think everybody turned in a great performance. But this is the most Queens I've seen Tom Holland since
Yes.
his arrival in Civil War.
One, I'm glad that, they let him do the adult voice now.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That the little kid Peter was kind of getting
Yeah.
annoying.
I'm glad they let him do a big boy voice, so I'm happy
Yeah.
for that. I was happy when I heard it in the trailer. I was like, "Okay, cool." But no, he's His accent is Queens.
Yeah.
Like, especially when he's talking like
Yeah.
Detective DeWolf. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit is full on Queens. Like,
Yeah.
there you go. I was like, oh,
Not even
okay.
the Spider-Man games had this nigga be as Queens as it.
No.
Like, he is not, like, in regular media, even still, like, the old Spider-Man cartoons and stuff like that, he doesn't put on a New York accent.
Not
You can tell
really,
this
no.
motherfucker's from New York.
Yeah. I thought it was great. He did a
Yeah.
great job. Do we want to get into the synopsis?
Yeah, we can start there
All
and,
right.
chop it up as we go.
So first, I just wanted for the uninitiated, Brand New Day combines two Spider-Man stories: Spider-Man the Other and Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah,
So the
that's one of
first,
my favorites, by the way.
yeah, the Other is a great run.
Written by
Um,
J. Michael Straczynski, one of the
yep.
greats.
And the first, the Other takes place before Marvel Comics' first Civil War, because there's two now.
Mhm.
There might be a third. I don't fucking know at this point.
Hmm.
And in the comic that Spider-Man No Way Home was loosely adapted from One More Day.
Mhm.
In the other, Peter Parker is given a death sentence by a doctor and then the greatest minds in Marvel. What none of them know was that Peter was evolving into a more spider-like being, not man spider like we've seen in like the cartoons and stuff like that, but something other. After the evolution, Spider-Man gains enhanced abilities, including an enhanced spider sense. Additionally, Peter also gains organic webbing. Um, in Brand New Day, we see the aftermath of One More Day, where Peter and MJ make a deal with Mephisto. We've talked about him in Ironheart, Marvel's Devil, uh, to trade their marriage and the memories of them being together to save Aunt May's life and restore Peter's secret identity, which he willingly revealed to Civil War. So it's a combination of those two stories, and I thought they did it pretty well.
Yeah.
I think we always have to give leeway to the adaptation, to the MCU adaptation, because they're
Oh
always
yeah.
gonna do things differently. But yeah,
Always.
I think overall they did a good job combining the storylines and making it about Peter and his loneliness, his, desire not to see anybody else get hurt, especially dealing with, the aftermath of No Way Home.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's kind of written all over. And the reason why I said everybody turned in a really good performance, like it's not that they didn't before, like because what always comes to mind is Tom Holland when he's at the end of or towards the end of Homecoming when he's trying to get the when Vulture basically buries him
Mhm.
under rubble and he's
Mhm.
trying to get it off of him and he's like I can't do it on he feels like he can't do it on my own and then he psychs himself up. That's amazing. Like Tom Holland, Zendaya, Jacob, everybody turns in a great performance. It's just that this
Mhm.
one
Mhm. Mhm.
really felt personal.
Right.
Like it was a
Yeah.
personal
Yeah.
story.
Mhm.
And that's what when Daniel Destin Crane is allowed to really go there, he can go there. That's part of the reason why I was disappointed with some of Shang-Chi because you felt like he wasn't allowed to really explore the familial ties between
Yeah.
Shang-Chi and the Mandarin and his sister. I felt like there was so much more meat on that bone that they could have done with, but you could tell it was probably studio constraints that they got to get to the big monster. Um, that didn't allow them to really explore that because I really felt like there was something there, especially the scene where they're together eating and
Yes, that's a great
the
scene.
I love that scene, and you could tell there's the ghost of their mother, Shang-Chi and,
Yes.
his sister's mom there, and you could tell Tony Leung is an excellent actor, but you could tell he's honing in on that, and
Mhm.
you kinda get choked up in that scene, but there was only that one scene. In this one, you
The
really could, like, at any point in time, really feel like, "Wow, this is"
there
like, the emotional gut punches were there.
Yeah.
there's
That's
more
what I said. All
sad
the
web
feels.
swinging than I've
Right.
ever seen in any other Spider-Man
Yes.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, at
Yeah.
scene where he's taking her back home, that was
Oh,
Oh,
I was like, "That's a quiet
brutal.
car ride home right there."
oh, jeez.
So I just jumped her ass off at a cab and just so brutal. Oh my
And it
god.
was also real shit where it's like, you gotta take, can you take me home? I was like,
Right.
Yeah.
ooh.
It
Yeah.
was real,
Oh,
yes, that's a good way to put it, it was real. It
Yeah.
was real, like, after an awkward breakup or something like that, yes, that can happen, and that's
Yep.
rough. That's
And
fucking
I
rough.
think we, especially as adults, we've all been there. Yeah. We've all had that awkward moment where it just won't end. It's like you have to do things now with this person and for whatever reason, and it's still awkward as shit.
yeah, that awkward.
And
Yeah,
in my penchant for almost getting us canceled, I'm not gonna say anything because Zendaya is a queen, but I'm gonna say
Mhm.
homies before honeys
Well, we
because
do see that later.
yeah,
oh, you was
Yeah.
going.
I was
I respect your
I've been
pivot.
working on
I
that,
will respect your pivot.
and Zendaya is a queen, so I'm not gonna disrespect her like that.
Yeah.
Respect, cause
Yeah.
But
That could have went left.
that could have
yeah,
went.
that could
Well,
went
I've been
real
thinking
well.
about it. I've been thinking
Yeah,
about it. Had it been
uh-huh,
anybody else,
I just
yeah,
said what I had to say.
I would have said what
right.
I had to say. Had it been anybody else, looking
Yeah,
at
we
you,
were
Kristen
not
Dunst.
Zendaya.
Exactly.
Mm.
No.
Yeah, looking at you, Kristen
Like,
Dunst. Had it been your MJ. Mm.
woo,
Especially
woo.
after Spider-Man 2.
Ugh.
Oh, and um, yeah. Speaking of her, MJ, I was like, oh no, we're not about to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
get there though.
yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, don't you dare.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm kind of glad they didn't.
This
But
one won.
yeah, because I did feel bad for the homie in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, in the MCU's Brand New Day, we follow after this is the aftermath of Doctor Strange's spell that the world forget that Peter Parker exists. 4 years later, Peter has been anonymously protecting New York as a celebrated hero, Spider-Man, but has distanced himself from those he used to know, including his ex-girlfriend MJ and former best friend Ned Leeds. Um, so we see basically him fighting all like a gaggle of rogues. We see him fighting Scorpion, I think Tarantula, um, and
Tombstone.
just
And Boomerang,
yeah, the Hand, Boomerang, and just a bunch of other people. And it's just
Tombstone.
yeah, Tombstone.
The
I,
That
Tombstone
scene,
I
scene
know
was funny.
I know I heard myself say it. I was like,
Yeah.
gee.
yeah,
The
Tomb-
Tombstone scene was funny because they gave him a little bit more time, and DeWolf, Gene DeWolf, the detective that Spider-Man's communicating with, actually talked to him, and he's like, like
Yeah.
trying to get out of the web. That was fun.
Respect to
uh,
Marvin Jones, the
yeah,
Right.
third. Marvin Jones the third.
yes, Marvin
I
I
just
Jones
know
the
him as
third.
Crondon, so you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do hope to see more of his Tombstone because, of course, it was a montage. They didn't get a lot of screen time, but he
Yeah,
did have a
that was a
good
hell of a bait,
line.
man. That was a hell of
Yes.
a bait and switch. I was like, you dirty bastards.
I
But I get
do
it. I
like
get
the
it.
fact that out of all the people, and we'll get there, of course, out of all the people they chose to give more screen time to for the rogues, they did a solid for Matt Gargan, who's been waiting, I'm sure, waiting to be the Scorpion for since Homecoming. It's been a
Right.
while,
Mhm.
so they gave him a little bit more to do,
Yeah,
a little bit
and
more
I
screen
respect
time.
it. I
Yeah,
respect it.
absolutely. But yeah, hopefully we do see more of Tombstone because he had a good line.
Yeah.
Um, like, he did feel intimidating. Do feel like you could do more with him, even if you don't do it with Spider-Man. Hopefully, eventually, Daredevil will be in the movies, and you could do more with him there too.
Either Daredevil or he could show up. I would like it if he showed up in like
Luke Cage
If
would
they
be good.
do do fingers crossed Heroes for Hire.
Right. Luke Cage would
Um,
actually be a very good, like, it
I would
would
like
be
to see
Black
that.
Lightning-esque, but it
Yeah.
would be a very good tete-a-tete, between
Hmm.
Tombstone and Luke Cage.
Yeah. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I don't know. I
We'll
don't
s
know.
with,
Marvel be dropping the
well, yeah, with
ball.
the MCU doing shit. Yeah, dropping
Yeah.
Wonder Man and, Blade. I don't know, man.
What was Tombstone? Whose Rose Gallery was he mainly a part of?
Usually Spider-Man.
Usually Spider-Man, but
So he might still be a part of Sony.
Quite possibly.
Sony might still
that's
own
a
them
good
more.
point. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he
Yeah.
could be. Sony's thing, and they could, that scene, everybody like this scene. Let's do a Tombstone movie.
Oh, I hope they don't
Motherfuckers,
do that. I hope that I need Sony to just let it
chill.
go. Just
Just
give
let
it
it
back.
go.
Just
Yeah,
just
they're
just
never
hey,
giving it back,
you
man. That's
made
their cash
yeah,
cow.
they're not because the games, all that
Yeah.
they eating like fuck. It's
Yeah.
Mm,
only good thing they got because they let the MCU take control.
right.
Thank you, Kevin Feige, because it needed to happen. Um, but yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to see more Tombstone.
Mhm.
Yep. So, so the next scene is Park Peter intervenes with a tank rampaging through the city, that's headed for the Department of Damage Control, and this is where we see Spidey collide with Frank Castle, the Punisher. Let me tell you something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Going
really
after,
did. I was wondering if they would water down John Bernthal's performance, but no. Like
Nah,
the only thing he
he's
didn't,
Frank.
he's
he's
Frank,
Frank.
absolutely
The
Frank.
only thing he didn't let fly was any f bombs. He was funny at the end, but still, Frank allows himself every so often to be that guy.
Yeah.
Especially like you could see this as very much a crossover comic where in
Yeah.
and the running joke in the comic books is that Spider-Man is very different in other people's comics. So,
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
same thing with the Frank and the Punisher in Spider-Man comic.
Right. And it reminded me a lot of season. I just recently rewatched the Punisher series. It reminded me a lot of season 2 with because the person that he's helping in season 2 is a kid.
Hmm.
And he says talks to her the same way.
Yeah.
And so and then when he says something, untowards or whatever, and she corrects him. He's like, nah.
Yes. True.
It does the same thing. And the same, it's just that they didn't give him a chance to go all blood and guts, which
Right.
that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
still PG
they
13.
Mm.
navigated well for a Spider-Man movie. I think they
Yes.
did. I mean, they
Yeah.
even like gave him a chance to get that F, and then
Yes.
Hmm.
Spider-Man stopped the way.
It's like
PG-13.
exactly. It's like wrong comic, Frank.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
But
Uh,
I did like this
Same Netflix.
exactly. Out of I mean, the MCU has always felt like a comic book come to life, but this
Yeah.
definitely felt like a comic book come to life.
And I
yeah,
love
I
their
agree
back
with
and
that.
forth. It was amazing.
Mm.
It
I
was
love that back and
amazing.
forth.
It
Mhm.
And
was so good.
I've been waiting for this forever because if people don't know the lore, John Bernthal and Tom Holland got helped each other get their jobs as Spider-Man and Punisher. When they were working on a movie together, they heard about the auditions for Punisher and they heard about the audition for Spider-Man. And Tom asked John to film him doing flips and stuff like that. And and John was like, "Yeah, but if you help me with this audition," it was like, "Yeah." So they helped each other get these jobs, and to see it come full circle is so fucking cool.
Not
That's
only
awesome.
that, but the Punisher first appeared in Spider-Man, in The Amazing
Yes.
Spider-Man.
There's just
So that's a
so
great
many layers
callback.
of brodom here.
Yes.
Also, he was first in Spider-Man comics.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
His first
He was
appearance was in Spider-Man. He was hunting Spider-Man before a false allegation, I think.
it was
Um,
the Jackal, which is a
right.
very at this
Mm,
point little known Spider-Man villain, but he was a big deal in the early like the first 100 some odd issues of Spider-Man. He was a
Right.
problem. And
because
Mhm.
I
he was
remember
kind
in
of
the
Green Goblin before Green Goblin.
Mhm.
yeah, because I
And
remember in the
mm,
what was the late '90s cartoon, early '90s cartoon,
Right. He
like
showed up
mid
there
'90s
too.
cartoon. Yeah,
he
And
showed
that
up
was him
more
paying
actually,
homage
I
to
think
the
it was a
comic book.
spectacular Spider-Man. Or
Spectacular?
are you talking about Punisher? And talking about
Punisher.
Jackal or
I'm talking
Punisher?
about Punisher.
Oh yeah, Punisher.
Punisher
Yeah, he
shows.
shows up in the '90s cartoon. But yes, actually, the Jackal does show up in. I think it was Spectacular Spider-Man. That's the
Right.
only iteration that we've
That's
seen
true.
the Jackal.
Jackal wasn't in the other one. I kind of remember
No.
seeing. I
No,
remember.
he
Was he
shows up.
talked about?
No,
No.
he shows up no place else. Like I didn't know the Jackal existed till I think I got a Punisher compendium and it collected like a bunch of Punisher comics, and of course it collects his first appearance. And I read that I was like, who the fuck is the Jackal?
Yeah.
So then I see later on when I'm watching, I think it's Spectacular Spider-Man because that and I had a short run too. I think it was maybe what 3 seasons. But he shows up there. He's like the main bad guy. There is no Green Goblin in that one. I don't believe it's Jackal,
No, no,
and
wait, and Spectacular?
I think it's Spectacular.
No, actually, no. Harry's Green Goblin and Spectacular.
Right. So yeah. After I think he gets the Jackal formula or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah. But that's the only iteration of the Jackal ever. It's like a Spider-Man cartoon that nobody watched.
Yeah.
It says Marvel Spider-Man.
Is it Mar is
That
it
might have
Marvel Spider-Man? It might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
20 the one that from 2017 to 2020. Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't watch that at all.
But, anyway, the Brodom is awesome.
You're right.
Oh, this
So
guy. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
him before, but I don't know where the fuck I've seen him from.
yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much everybody. Like, if
Yeah.
they seen him before, that's pretty much everybody's like, "Oh, this motherfucker." Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
It's that guy.
he looks like he should be in Green Goblin, and it's
He
like
does. Yeah.
they did take parts of Jackal and put it in Green Goblin,
Mhm.
and just completely it was like, "Fuck that, we don't need the Jackal no more."
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
pretty much. Pretty much.
Fuck that guy. But yeah,
He
I don't know
does
what he
show up
did,
again
but
throughout the comics apparently, but yeah, he is not as much of a force as the Green Goblin.
yeah.
Definitely, like, he got relegated to, like, D status.
Yeah, especially again, like when the comic first began, he was like one of Peter's main bad guys. I think there's like a 5 issue run where he's fighting against the Jackal or something like that. Um, and I think it includes one of the Punisher comic. So after dealing with Castle and catching up and disabling the tank, Spidey realizes that the driver has been telepathically possessed. As the telepath body hops from person to person to help Mac Gargan, an enhanced criminal uh, Spidey previously captured, escape. Uh, After that, Spidey makes inquiries with Yelena Belova, which I did not know Black Widow was going to be here.
No, that
Yeah.
was
That was a
definitely a
surprise to
good
me.
surprise. And fun too. It's nice to see. I do like. To me, this is how the MCU should act. Whenever you need a superhero or you need a cameo, I'm not saying they should be available. I'm saying it's cool to see that the cameos are readily available.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and
done
it,
well.
Yes.
yeah. I didn't have a problem with this. And it's
Yeah, they're
like
not out of place. They do make sense in
no,
the world, and
right?
Yelena's. Yeah, I mean Florence Pugh is Florence Pugh. She's an
Yeah,
all
she's
time.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it is. She is very much still herself, and it's not out of place. Oh, and speaking of, before we move on, at first I did think Frank would be out of place, but given the source material, but also given the circumstances of the situation with Peter finding loneliness, basically. That's
Mhm.
his main villain, is this loneliness that he has. It does make sense that the Punisher is there.
right. They're a mirror.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I like that they didn't concentrate so much. Like in the Daredevil when the Punisher first shows up, the main thing is their ideology, and I like that they don't even really talk about it. Like there's certain he's just like I'm gonna do what I do, like
Yeah, like,
and
you can tell
we all know what that means.
exactly, but you could tell they probably hashed that out because they introduced this Staten Island situation or this incident that they had, so more than likely, it also introduces the fact that they've worked together before, they know each other, and, he knows what the Punisher does, he knows what Punisher knows what Spider-Man does, so yeah,
Right. They got that
exactly,
out of the way. Yeah, like
Yeah.
we don't need to rehash ideologies or anything like that.
exactly.
This is he's there to be a mirror. Is not there to show the differences right
Yeah,
now.
they did a phenomenal job doing that already in Daredevil. So not
Right.
rehashing that was,
Yeah.
like it's normal for TV shows that jump from movies to TV to rehash shit that we've already seen. But
Yeah, because they'd be
they
like, hey, we don't know if they watch this.
exactly,
Right.
exactly. But
We here. If you didn't
exactly,
watch it, too bad.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you don't know
I'm fine
Punisher,
with that.
come on now.
I
Right.
mean, come on now. By now,
Why are you
Right.
here?
yeah.
Exactly.
So they do a good job, just kind of like
Just
getting
right
into
into
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, real quick, just because I have it up. So, as far as the Jackal,
Mhm.
Miles Warren shows up in the '90s cartoon,
Okay.
and he shows up in Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh, but
Okay.
not as the
But
Jackal
yep,
necessarily.
correct. The
Got it.
Jackal shows up in the 2017 Spider-Man.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the '90s one, he was trying to clone Hydro Man
Right. Because he
for an
does do
episode.
stuff with cloning in
Mhm.
the comic book run. I would just
Right.
Yeah.
did a quick glance, and he's involved in the Clone Saga, which
Yeah.
nobody likes.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which makes
They're like, oh
sense.
yeah, the
That's
Jackal's a
probably
thing.
why he got relegated to, you know, the black hole because nobody liked the Clone Saga.
That's probably part of it.
Yeah,
Could be.
It's probably part of it. But I think honestly, I think they dusted him off for the Clone Saga because it's not
probably.
because again, like in the comics, I think there's a long stretch where nobody even talks about him,
Yeah,
and then the Clone Saga happens.
yeah, and then everybody hated it, and they were like, "This was a bad idea."
Yeah, but there's a reason why you belong in the dustbin. So they
Yeah.
kicked his ass back in the dustbin.
Yeah,
Yeah. Most so many of his clones are fucking Peter.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jeez.
yeah,
Yep.
Jeez. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah, I understand.
right.
Yeah. So that's that. That's the Jackal. Back
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Better Things.
So Yelena tells him someone has repeatedly attacked the DODC in search of VMAX. Uh, Parker then goes to the DODC director Bill Metzger, who claims ignorance over what VMAX is, and but he does see that Peter has the ability to sense the telepath and is partially immune to their power. So Metzger enlists Spidey's help in capturing the telepath. In the comics, William Metzger is an anti-mutant activist and leader of the anti-mutant militia. I
Yeah,
do
I
like
thought I knew that name.
I
Yep.
do like the twist here. I mean, there's got to be like the black communities that read on Reddit and stuff like that, or in other things, are not happy with the fact that he was played by a black man because
But
of the bigotry and stuff like that. But they twist it in a way that's like, yeah, anyone can fall for this. We have, and not to get too
yeah.
political, but we have black ICE agents, we have Hispanic ICE agents now rounding people up. So it's like,
And
yeah,
the
it
thing is,
happens.
like, coonery is gonna be coonery.
Exactly.
Like it,
Yeah.
it exists.
Yeah.
So, oh,
You,
it's a thing. Like
yeah.
what? Okay, so we're gonna be mad that it's shown on TV. Like like come on,
Exactly.
man.
I mean, look. The inclusion is the inclusion, people. Like
Exactly.
Right.
the person
The
who
good and the bad.
aced the person who aced the audition is the person who aced the audition. Okay,
Right.
we can't keep begging and picking and choosing, cherry picking the hell out of this shit. It is what it
Right.
is. But I do think they did the MCU version better than
Oh, 100%.
you know.
He's not an out and out bigot. He is doing
No,
this
he's
more
trying to use this shit. You know.
exactly
Right.
Yeah.
to further himself, further his career, further his ambitions.
Yeah, he's a
It can
narcissist.
happen
Yeah.
to literally anyone,
Yep.
Anybody.
especially when
But
they get a certain amount of
Any
power.
color, any
Any
color,
color.
creed,
yeah.
gender preference,
Yeah, they could have
sexual
literally ginger
preference.
swapped
You know what I mean?
him, and same difference. This story, it doesn't really make a difference
No.
to who
Nah.
he is. He's just an ambitious asshole who doesn't care how many
Who he
bodies he has to
hurts.
drop.
Mm,
Exactly. Who
mhm,
Exactly.
doesn't care who he hurts. Exactly. But he does come off very well, very affluent, very like he's like. I mean, you could tell there's something up with him, but you're like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where this is gonna go in the beginning.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you ain't got your spidey sense for that, you know what I mean? As a viewer, this might not be a avenue for you.
But So, and we do see flavors of his leadership. Spidey even compliments him on his oration. He tells him that he's like, it's a great speech, director, and
Right,
because
right,
when he's giving him a sales pitch to help them.
hmm
And the thing is, like, I'll say this: he never lies. He never lies throughout the movie. The only time actually he lies is and
The
Spider-Man
Sarah.
catches him out on him. And
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. He lies later. Other than that's the only lie he tells. But
Right.
it's he
He really
if
believes what he's doing is for the
he,
betterment
he
of society in general.
100% believes it. He
yeah,
100% believes
and
what he's doing.
he tells the best version of what he's
Ex
doing.
Yes.
Right.
That is a
Yes,
good shout. Yes, he tells the
yes,
best version of what he's doing, just like anyone else would tell their side of the story, and it would put them in a better light constantly.
exactly. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, he's the best kind of snake oil salesman.
Yes.
Yes, where he
Exactly.
believes his own hype.
Hmm
Exactly. We later see Parker has a chance to encounter with Ned. Um, and he sees him at a bodega,
Mhm.
buying shit he's not supposed to be buying. And it's
Mhm.
like basically like stay awake juice,
5 hour
like a college kid
energy.
would use. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. It's just some random ass name they gave it.
Yeah, I
Shark
can't remember what
energy.
Shark
shark
Energy,
energy,
yeah,
Yeah.
or some
shark
shit
bite, or
like that.
was it
Yeah,
Yeah,
shark bite or the shark?
some shit like that.
yeah, it
Some
doesn't
shit
We
like
all
matter.
know what it is.
Yeah,
make
it's
sure you don't
fucking
sell that to me. Give me
right.
two, then don't sell it to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Hilarious, hilarious
So
scene.
so we see
My man Batalan got that got that scene like
he's so good. Like
very
he's
good.
got Ned down.
Oh yeah,
Ned Genki is what I call him because it's
Ned
more
Gay.
like he's Genki from what you call it, the Ultimate
Yeah.
series. But
And when
yeah.
do we want to get into the comparison of not just the Ultimate series, but also in the Spider-Man video games as well?
Oh, I mean, it's all over. It's all over the action scenes.
Not just that,
Hmm
you can't tell me the scene where we'll get to it, but the scene where he's talking to Aunt May wasn't pulled straight from Spider-Man 2.
Okay. Fair point. Fair point. Yep, I get what you're saying. But so Peter basically starts to follow Ned to see where he's at because he figures where Ned is, MJ is
Basically,
probably gonna be. So he
basically, like
follows hmm?
why are we using the word basically?
Yeah,
Straight up, fuck it.
yeah.
Yeah. And
He
I
follows
mean, he's been
Mance.
following them online,
Hmm
thanks to
Ned posted.
Ned's, constant vlogging, constant reels and stuff like that. He's been following
Hmm
their journey through school and stuff like that through this entire time, just watching them
hmm
from afar.
Yep. And he follows Ned up to his and MJ's apartment where there's a big party going on. So he kind of blends right in. He takes a cup from somebody. So I leaned over to my eldest because me and my eldest daughter were watching it. And I said, never do that.
I
Yeah,
my
absolutely,
wife actually
100%.
my wife actually said, why would he take a cup from a stranger like that?" And
I sat there
she's
and
like,
thought like,
"Because he's a
bro.
guy."
I sat there and thought about it,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Absolute stranger danger.
yeah, absolutely straight to dude. So I
I
leaned
mean,
over to
that is
her. She
party
was
mode
like,
though.
"Yeah, never."
That is party mode. Where I'm like, bro. And then he took the sip. I'm like, dude, you don't know what's in the cup.
You have no idea what's in that cup, sir. You have no idea. You could not tell just by smelling it. There's no way you could know. So no, I leaned over to her. I was like, "Never do that." She's like, "I'll never do. I won't drink anything that I don't pour myself." I was like, "Good,"
Awesome.
because she's
Great,
going into college soon. So
great
yeah,
parent moment right there.
yeah, exactly. Thanks, Spider Man.
For reals. Been meaning to bring this up.
Showing us
Don't
what
do that.
not to do. Yeah.
Yeah. We see Ned and MJ don't recognize him. He gives them a fake name, and Ned is starts showing him all of he's basically tracking Spider-Man, and he even creates an app to see where Spidey is, and he says, he just wants to meet him to say thank you because they remember Spider-Man saving them throughout the other movies, but they don't remember who he was.
Right. And again, that's reminiscent of the game. They use the spider tracker a lot, especially in Spider-Man 2. I think Spider-Man Miles Morales because Genki is Miles's friend in the video games and
Right,
in the
that's where
comic
they
book.
introduce it.
Right. And in the comic book. So it's like it's an ongoing thing that they borrow a lot heavily from the video games, which makes sense. They're good sources to borrow from. They're
Yeah, I'm
they're
not
really
mad
good
at it
games. Yeah.
either.
No. You're
Like,
gonna
it's a
crib
good
from somebody,
combination
crib
of
from the best.
technology.
Yeah.
Mm. So, yeah, like you said, if you're gonna borrow from somebody, borrow from the best. So, yeah, I think that it served the movie well. Um, so we see, um, MJ talking with her boyfriend, and they share a kiss, which Peter sees, and he leaves the party abruptly, and we see the first sad web swing scene.
Yep. Yep.
And it hurts, you could feel it, and it's all over Tom Holland's face, and it's the just the pain he feels just from because it's not like he could be mad about it, but it's still like, man, like he still holds out hope that maybe part of them remembers somewhere, and that's why he still has the letter that he wrote at the end of No Way Home, explaining to MJ who he was and to Ned and MJ who he was, but he never gives it to him because he doesn't want them to get hurt. But yeah, he's heartbroken. Um, and this is where
Metamorphosis.
his metamorphosis begins, or at least starts to show up. So detective when he's talking
Stress.
stress, or exactly. So when he's talking to Detective DeWolf earlier in one scene, she's asking him if he's taking care of himself like a mother, and
If you still have my headaches.
yeah, and asked him about the headaches, and he's like, "Oh, I'm fine, I'm fine." But this is where we see it all come together. And this is his spider DNA is um overtaking him basically, and we see him the next scene. We see him in a waking up from a cocoon, very much like there's a panel on the other where that happens,
Yes.
where Peter cocoons himself and begins metamorphosis into a more spider-like man. We also see that the cocoon is upside down, so when he opens it, he falls out of it. We've all seen in the trailer, and he flips, trying to catch himself just instinctively, even though he doesn't have his web shooters on his wrists, and organic webbing comes out. And
I am surprised he never makes a Peter 2 reference at all.
he does.
He
Oh,
does. He literally
100%
did.
does. Yeah.
What
He
did he
when
Does
he
say? Because I might have missed it.
It was when he was like after the shooters fail
Right.
yeah.
and they said you can't use the organic and the
Right.
shit. He's on on the roof trying to practice. He said, you know, Peter too had organic webs,
Webs,
but this
yep.
is kind of interesting. It was when he's like touching his wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he
like
says it real quick,
yeah,
but
he says
he
Peter
Oh,
says it.
okay.
He
he
says
says
it out
Peter
loud though.
Yeah, he says
Okay.
definitely says it out loud. He says Peter too had a gram webs and he was cool. So this
Yeah,
is cool.
cool.
But this is
Yeah,
fine. He's trying to
yeah,
psych himself up about it. And
yeah.
I see. I don't know where the fuck I was. Maybe I was maybe I went to the bathroom or something like that. I can't
and you
remember. Like
Go to the bathroom during movies.
I
right.
had to go twice, sir. I'm not gonna sit there and piss myself.
You go
Stop getting them big
before,
I did. I'm old.
sir. Control your bladder.
So we see
I'm like, that was disrespectful.
so anyway, we moving along. Uh, as everybody was saying, the next scene is Peter trying to adapt to his new powers and his new abilities. We see him overloaded with sensory input. His
Mhm.
AI sensors are going crazy, watching his vitals and telling him you're in sensory overload. After he kind of gets a handle on it, he tries to swing with his new organic webs, and he presses on his wrist, and after psyching himself up with Peter Two Talk, and he almost vomits. It's like, oh,
Yeah, because it just comes out like just
yeah,
gross. Like,
Oh man,
this never happened to
he had a full
Toby.
on.
Yeah.
yeah, hilarious, hilarious. And this is why I rock with him as Peter Parker, because that was Spider-Man, because that's something you would see in a comic or a cartoon
Right.
Spider-Man do. Like,
Mhm,
because I
mhm,
could
mhm.
100% see that in a panel, not
Yes.
and
Very
no
true
problem, and
to
not
the
be out of space.
character.
Yeah,
Mhm,
very much.
mhm. Very much
And,
so. I'm like,
and
that's him.
Mhm.
right.
That's absolutely.
And the fact that we see him talking with his villains and quipping with them and stuff like that, I could see this Spider-Man meeting Ryan Reynolds Daredevil,
Deadpool.
Absolutely. Needs to
and it'd
happen.
be fine.
You
Like,
mean
I couldn't
Needs to
Deadpool?
see
happen.
that. Maybe with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, but not Tobey Maguire's.
Yeah.
But
You said
Tom Holland's
Eh,
Daredevil.
Spider-Man,
Toby
hmm?
was
You
too
said
serious.
Daredevil.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan
Daredevil.
Reynolds Deadpool. Yeah,
Yeah. It definitely I think he would they would definitely get on and have their issues, but it would be a very fun story.
yeah. Especially after seeing the back and forth between him and Frank as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you could, and a lot of that was actually improv. They just kept the
It's
Oh,
cameras
not
rolling.
surprising.
that needed to
Yeah.
be. Yep. Yep. They did what they needed to do.
Yeah, I could
So
definitely see them having doing improv with Deadpool and with Ryan Reynolds and Tom just going back and
yeah,
forth.
I would love to see that. That'd be hilarious. So
100%.
Spidey tracks down Mac Gargan, who is now possessed, and as he tries to break into the DODC, the telepath mocks him, and Parker reacts with uncharacteristic violence, beating Gargan into unconsciousness and seriously injuring a responding police officer. And the wolf is. Everybody saw what happened. He literally takes
Yeets.
Scorpion's tail and yeets him into the police car, and it kinda everybody sees what's happening, but nobody some of the cops draw on him, but other cops are just like, "What's going on, man?"
Yeah.
Because it's been 4 years of him nonstop helping.
Yeah.
He even gets
Yeah.
the key to the freaking city.
What
Yeah.
worries me is that I don't know why the movies always insist that New York or the cops will be okay with Spider-Man. I understand to a certain degree, but the movies always insist on this, and I'm like,
Well, the
mm,
thing is
He's your friendly
it's
neighborhood
not it's
Spider-Man,
yeah,
bro.
what
true.
it's not just the movies, it's also,
Some of
in
the
the
comics,
video game as
I mean,
well.
yeah, they don't just draw on Spidey. That would be a problem. But yeah,
Right.
and again, the video game does its thing, but also,
Mhm.
they're not giving him the key to the city. Like it's not usually with Spider-Man because of J. Jonah. That's also because of J. Jonah Jameson's influence. People are always mixed on Spider-Man in general.
Right. Yeah.
So to see like this, and this is just a me thing, but just to see, how openly accepted he is with everyone always gives me the ick a little bit. It reminds
Well,
me,
I mean,
yeah,
because you also got to think about he's been doing this for what,
4 years.
6 years
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah, yeah,
6
yeah.
years in total. But also
So you know what I mean?
there's another portion that you have to think about.
Mm.
And because this is what bothers me about the comic books. There are max superheroes running around all over the
That is
goddamn
true.
place.
That is true.
There, like so to single out Spider-Man as the bad
Yeah.
guy was insane.
Yeah.
Because
I
the
mean, the
thing,
same thing happens to the X-Men too,
well,
as a group.
I will
Yeah, but
say
they
that
see.
the MCU is going to have a hard road to hoe with
Yes.
X-Men being not accepted as, like, say, the Avengers are or whatever.
Yes.
Even though they do the same shit, like, the Avengers get, lauded and stuff like that, even though the city's fucking destroyed, you know? So they're gonna I will say this, to show the prejudice in X-Men, because that's a major part of the story.
Right.
Yeah.
is going to be a long road. Oh, but I do again think that they set up the building blocks here in
Very,
this
yeah,
movie.
very
W-
they set it up very nicely to where if Jean's ever found out, or if they ever find out who
Well, she's
caused
a
all
fun.
this destruction and, what power she has, yeah, the Mulan question will become a big thing.
Well, not only that. Well, and again, we'll get to it. But now we have somebody whose ambitions were destroyed
Right,
because of her.
right.
So now have a built-in bad guy who's 100% going to out her. So I could see him being the first bad guy in the whatever X-Men movie they make,
Mm,
or at least behind the scenes.
true.
So, but yeah, what always bothered me about the comic books and them just dogging on Spider-Man just for shit. It was just for shits and giggles because you have Captain America running around,
Right.
you got Thor, everybody else. Like, okay,
Iron
the
Man.
Hulk it can be a problem. I get why you would be reticent about him, but Spider-Man,
Yeah.
like for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Spider-Man, like they do nothing but see him helping,
Right.
Exactly. So
and
that's
he's
why. Oh,
personable with everybody.
right.
So he's personable with the cops. Like he,
Exactly. That's why the Animus
oh, it's been a
always.
while since
Yeah.
So
the
it's,
what you had
mhm.
went out for a little bit. The what
The
That's why the
Animus.
animus towards
animus? Oh, okay,
Peter always bothered me. It's
got
just
you.
like you have like a thousands of these motherfuckers in the comic books just running around doing their shit. But you sing a lot of Spider-Man? The fuck?
Like I can understand if it was higher ups because
Right.
like the higher up you go, the more you have to, you have to
Be
be the asshole.
responsible and shit
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But the ground, the
Yeah.
straight up just officers, the ones that walk on the beat. What else, Spidey? I see that.
No, I'm
I can
okay
absolutely see
with
that. Yeah.
that, and I'm okay with his relationship with Gene DeWolf. It's just the fact that the entire city, like the mayor and on down is like, yeah, Spidey's cool. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
mean,
something that's always bugged me in throughout the movies in general. I did
You're an
like,
originalist.
I guess,
Yeah. Like
because
the
even
mm,
in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, I think did a better job of that, where it's like we don't want to help him, like he's a vigilante, he's like, but we should still help him. Like they're reluctant about it. Or like the crane scene in Amazing Spider-Man. They're reluctant about it, but it's like
mm.
this is the right thing to do.
I will also say this, like part of that might also be from Daredevil fighting
Um,
Mayor Fisk.
mm,
And because the Daredevil literally got the city behind him
right.
in Born Again. So some of that might be basically
carryover.
turning a new leaf away from Mayor Fisk
Mhm.
because yeah, towards the end he was it was wolf. Wow. It was real bad. So it was like with the new mayor, it might be an opportunity to show, hey, everyday citizens can help.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we're not mad about it,
Right. Fair.
even though he's not an everyday citizen, but whatever. Get my meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so in so after Dwarf tells him to basically get his shit together, Peter goes to see one of the foremost people on radiation and genetic mutation. He goes to see Dr. Bruce Banner. And so we see Bruce teaching class at ESU, and the kids, of course, are mostly there for
That
Avenger stories.
man, that one kid that he called on.
Yeah,
I saw him before he called on him,
yeah,
and then when he called on him, oh god,
yeah. They're nerds.
ugh,
They're all nerds.
Rats
So
nerds.
yeah.
oh,
So after this class, Peter starts to talk to him about his inhibitor device, and Bruce kind of cons on it. He's not a student, or
All right.
not a student at ESU,
I'm gonna
and
man,
do
not
a
his
look,
side
student.
I'm gonna do another side rant here.
Mm,
I do like the fact that they sidestepped the Thanos question about creating more resources
mm.
instead of getting rid of half of the galaxy.
super
Um,
wasn't an answer though.
No, but there is a real answer, and like, yes, Thanos is a psychopathic maniac, but all right, I'm not gonna get into it. I'll wait.
Well,
I'll hold off.
it's kind of cool that they brought that in because that was a
Right.
whole thing over all the internet. It was like, well, it could have just done this. It
Yeah,
was nice that they brought that question into the movie.
but
Like,
that's
yeah,
not
we
how
know.
fucking energy works. Even if
Well,
we're
yeah,
even if we're talking about magical shit, fair. There is an exchange that needs to take place, and you just can't create infinite shit, man.
I agree
fair
with
point.
Sean on this
Fair
point.
point.
It
Very
takes
fair point.
far more energy to create than it does to
Mm,
destroy.
It
exactly.
does. Absolutely does.
And
Yeah.
it would have literally killed Thanos, and he still wouldn't have made it infinite. Right. It
Hmm.
would have been it's a lot easier to get rid of half of the galaxy. Again, I'm not agreeing with him. I'm just
No,
saying the calculus makes sense when you actually stop to think about it. You
Yeah.
yeah.
cannot do that.
The cold math is the cold math.
Exactly.
Right.
The cold math is the cold math. It's not fucking possible to create infinite resources. And not only that, the population will grow to match the resources.
Correct.
Right. And overrun planets, galaxies. Literally, that's how it would work. Like,
Right.
it would still happen. It's just overpopulation would run rampant.
And we needed a reason for him to be a villain. So calm down.
Exactly. There you go. So,
Go to
so
a Barry ass movie.
yeah,
Right, exactly. We needed a how about this? We needed a fucking villain,
yeah,
okay?
Hey,
sure.
jeez.
Like,
Let
how
the
about that?
villain be a villain. Don't try
Right,
to explain the villain. What are you
right.
doing?
Yeah, but that's always bothered me among
It
other
bothers me too because it
right.
Yeah.
always comes
It's
up,
always
and
a question.
it's like, oh, why did you just double the resources? Because the population will grow to max resources. Not only that, it takes more energy to create than it does to destroy, etc., etc.
And even if you increase the resources, it's so that mean like if you increase the resources, right?
Mm.
How do you increase the resources?
Right,
Exactly. There are so many
There's only
fucking questions.
there's so much only so much land that's the stuff can grow on.
Yeah,
right,
that even
And
magic can't solve.
especially on this world
Yes, you're absolutely right.
where fucking deforestation
Yes,
all over the place.
it
Like,
would destroy ecosystems.
nah,
It would
bro,
literally
calm down.
doubling the rates or making infinite, whatever the fuck argument they
Mhm.
can come up with. It would destroy ecosystems. It's a lot easier to remove things from the board than to add them and fuck up an entire ecosystem.
and the better argument to me is that if you do the better argument, because also destroying things or just removing living things from a habitat will also fuck up the ecosystem.
Mhm.
It is easy, but it is easier for the ecosystem to rebalance
Right.
Mhm. Mhm.
after
Mhm.
destruction than it is from abundance
Right.
or
Mhm.
overabundance.
Mhm.
Because then there's nothing you could really do. You could always make more life.
Right.
You
Exactly.
can't, but as we've seen, you can't easily subtract that bitch without a super magic fucking gauntlet. Uh,
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
but it's also and this is the end of it. It happens in nature too. If
Yeah.
fish if there's too many fish in a habitat, they'll start to eat each other. Same thing with
Right.
rabbits. They'll start to
Yeah.
eat each other.
And it's like people, this is why there is legal hunting.
Right.
It is population control.
Right.
Sorry,
Exactly.
sorry, folks. Sorry.
Right.
If you didn't know, that's why they allow deer hunting. There's
Exactly.
a certain amount of certain amount you can get. There's certain rules. You can't. You know, I work around hunters, so I hear all this stuff.
Yep.
Living in the Midwest, they
Yep.
they have rules. You can't certain deer. You got to be a certain age for the deer.
Mhm.
Um, you can't. There's a certain amount of I think males that you can hunt, but you can't hunt so many females or something like that.
Mm.
It
It's
is
all
population control.
Yep. Yeah,
Hunting
and it
licenses are
sucks.
population control. It's what it
Not
is.
gonna lie,
It's
it
circle of life.
sucks.
It's circle of
Yeah.
life as well because
Right.
they're not
Exactly.
hunting these deer and just doing it for sport. Most of
Or yeah,
these
maliciousness.
they're using the deer.
Hmm. We had a guy make
Not
us
to
deer
the
jerky.
extent, yeah, not to the extent of the actual natives.
Mhm.
uh, population,
Yeah,
but
even
they at
yeah.
least they at least like you said, they're stocking their pantries and or
Mhm.
freezers of deer meat.
Yep.
They're using that to offset how much they buy meat and stuff like that. People who raise cows, raise like cows, like not dairy. They are selling these cows after they reached a certain point, and
Right.
they're stocking their shit of beef, and it's the circle of life.
Yeah. Like
Capitalist,
even
like
if we all
it's
became vegetarians overnight, we would still need to control the population of certain animals, especially like
Exactly.
deer.
And then we just
Like
wouldn't
we
be
still have to
eating
figure
them.
out a way. Right.
Yeah. And that's the thing. The thing is that Native Americans, we got that idea from, not idea, but we got that from Native Americans. One of the few things we actually listened to from
well,
Native Americans.
I'm just gonna step on my little political thing here,
No.
except for the certain population that runs everything, every native um population of any wherever they are use this same style. They used
Yes,
everything around them.
exactly. Yeah.
Everything.
But
Yeah.
they were aware of population control. They were aware of
Yes.
crop control. They were
Yes.
aware of all this stuff.
Mhm.
And that's what we learned from them. Like, we had, like, of course, we overhunted buffalo, of course, but they
Mhm.
would always
It
leave enough for more buffalo to continue.
yeah,
But they
they
also
kept
knew that overrunning buffalo would be a problem.
mhm. They understood control of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why we have the regulations we have today,
And
because
respect for it.
some people have to pee in the pool to figure it out. so, so yeah, but they brought it up. We didn't. So that sorry for the tangent, but they started it.
They
The movie started it.
yeah.
So Parker speaks to Bruce Banner about the inhibitor device that suppresses his alter ego, the Hulk. And based on Banner's advice, Peter is able to fashion an inhibitor to limit his surging spider DNA and a second universal inhibitor to suppress the telepath's abilities. So this is the first glimpse that we see of the power dampening collars
Mhm.
that we see later in X-Men and throughout all of X-Men media actually.
And that's gonna
Mhm.
be that will dovetail really well with Spider-Man's guilt complex.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because
and there's
he
no way
will
they
be the
didn't
one to,
copy it. I'm sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
absolutely.
yeah,
Soon
because
as
he
they
will be
got
the one. Oh yeah, so
soon as they took possession.
yeah,
Yeah.
Re-injury, reverse engineering this, correct? Okay.
right.
Yeah, there's no way Metzger didn't get the plans for that. So we will be
Well,
seeing that later.
actually, it wouldn't be Metzger because he's in the wind by the end of the movie. Um, they
Right, but you
they're
don't think
ready.
he took
Oh
It's
yeah,
Data?
damage
100%.
control.
Yeah,
It's
Right.
damage control. It's damage
in
control,
general,
people.
who's ever
It's damage control.
in control of damage control, and I'm sure
Mhm.
he did too. But yeah, they more than likely definitely took that shit.
Yeah.
Like like the people who didn't know about damage control before the movies,
Yeah, now you know.
Yeah,
they're th- they're they're most governments.
Right.
They're only good as far as they need to be.
Right, exactly.
There's an always an ulterior motive. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. So no matter who's running damage control, by the next time we see them, they're going to have those power damp. Like it just makes
It's just
sense.
Yeah.
math.
Yeah,
As
at
soon as
this
I
point.
realized he worked for damage control, I was like, oh, okay. It's just wait for the shoe to drop.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I 100% believe Metzger has those plans too, and is probably
He
going to
does.
use them in his. And more than likely, I believe he's going to raise an anti UN army or
probably.
liberation front or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
It wouldn't shock me.
Hmm. Or at least I think he's going to lie low, and
Mhm.
then when the DoD sees out of options, they're going to turn to him.
More than likely, he'll be there. The brains behind the operation in the quiet,
Hmm.
in the shadows.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's how these things work.
Pretty
One
much.
thing I do want to point out, I did finally understand why Mark Ruffalo. Two reasons why Mark Ruffalo doesn't do Banner Hulk all the time, because he's still Banner Hulk here. Or he can still do Banner Hulk, but a logistically, realistically, Banner Hulk wouldn't fit through fucking doors.
Fair.
So that'd be a problem. It would also be a major distraction to what he's actually trying to do, which is teach. Like,
Yeah.
so that would be an issue. Also, in real life, it it's the same reason why Lou Ferrigno's Hulk didn't show up to the end of the fucking show. It costs a
Yeah.
lot of fucking money. The
Right.
CGI ain't fucking cheap. It's good
Yeah.
CGI, but it ain't fucking cheap.
Right.
So
That's
Yeah.
because if you want it good, it ain't gonna be cheap.
exactly,
Right.
exactly. So yeah, so I finally wrapped my head around that concept when I just thought, okay, yes, he's in class, he's teaching. Being the Hulk would be a fucking distraction. He's already distracting with,
Right.
his
Just being an Avenger.
just being an Avenger. But now, being the Hulk in the middle of of a class would just be like, no one's learning anything at all.
Not a damn thing.
No.
Dude, just act how much you can bench.
Yes,
Hulk
exactly.
smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one guy.
Yeah. So, after a failed field test of his inhibitor, Peter's inhibitor, the telepath finds his home and taunts him after learning about MJ. Uh, they begin a race to MJ's apartment, but unbeknownst to Peter, the telepath beats him there and possesses MJ. Um, uh,
It was a good
he
ploy.
takes,
It was
yeah.
definitely a good ploy.
Very good.
I'm still trying. Okay, so we know her radius, right? So how the hell did she jump? Did she beat him there though?
The thing is that we think we know her radius. And yes, it is 33 feet, but A, she's cunning. B, she's more powerful than we think she is, than we know by this point.
Sure. Sure. Okay, I give you that.
But couldn't she just?
What do you got?
So my question is, so did
Oh no,
she
she
have
could
to
have
be?
traveled. She could have traveled herself to
That's what I'm
wherever.
saying. Like, couldn't she
Mm,
just pull back and then
Yes.
jump again?
Yes.
yeah, fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Just
You're
end
absolutely
it
right.
and then
Yeah.
yeah.
And that guy's just stuck it. Because what happens is that one of the people that she jumps into is a helicopter pilot, and she flies the helicopter towards MJ's place, but Spidey catches the helicopter and webs it to a crane. And after figuring out her jump radius, and it's like, there's nobody for you to jump to over here. But you're absolutely right. She can just end the possession in one person, then start a new one in another. We actually see her possessing, I think, multiple people at one point. Like,
By the end of it, when she's
yeah,
really
When she got
pulling,
her
when she really,
boost.
exactly, when she really boosts, like when she gets that rage boost, basically.
yeah. But so yeah, you're absolutely right. She could have just pulled on, and just be like, okay, let's start again, or
Yeah, because she was in his apartment
His
building at the
apartment.
time.
Yeah.
She could have easily just like do 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 do
Which
do.
also begs the question, why the fuck didn't she just smash his shit?
she didn't know about the inhibitor. What
No,
reason
I
would there be
mean,
for that?
just in general, she could have just smashed the entire, like, she knew she was there watching him tracking her.
Mm,
Why not just smash the AI and all of the other
No,
components?
she was she
really.
was only there because he kept getting in the way.
Yeah,
Right. So she
That's
she
didn't
the
need to
don't.
be
only she
malicious
didn't
about it
know about.
necessarily.
Yeah,
Yeah, she didn't know what he was doing or what he knew about her, and he
Oh
didn't
no, it
know
was on the
anything about her.
computer screen. It kept flashing back and forth between him and the computer screen while she was there.
Right. So, hmm.
I mean, at the same time, I mean, he still is like a hero. She just wants him out the way.
Right. She's not, so yes, we can put it to the fact that she's not malicious necessarily.
Yeah, she's just
Yeah.
about her business.
Right, and
Stay
as
out of mine. That's
also,
all
I
it
don't see
was.
what the point would be to smash the stuff. It's already in his computer. Like
Right.
he's got a HUD. Like there's nothing. He more than likely has backups and stuff like that. So
That's fair.
Like her
eh,
her her goal is not to destroy Spider-Man. Just
Yeah.
leave me the
mhm,
fuck alone.
right,
Right.
because if she
Her
wanted to
her,
destroy
her
Spider-Man, she could have.
yeah, her goal was never to really destroy anybody. She was looking for her sister.
Right,
Um, she had that one goal. It's just if you got in the way of that goal
right. Your problem.
at that point in time that you're in the way of that goal, you're a problem. But it wasn't to destroy anybody for real.
Mm. But and also she gets what she wants because Peter concedes defeat after narrowly saving MJ.
Right.
And so, but he also gets a glimpse at her while she's driving or having somebody drive her away. The photo gets uploaded to his HUD. So he um is able to use that later. Um, Peter takes MJ to Frank Castle's hideout to keep her safe. Of course, Frank has a place. It's a basically old shipyard, and Frank has a place completely fucking booby trapped, and with a
Excellent
gigantic
traps.
propeller, by the way. And I don't know how he got that bitch up there, up in the air, but yeah, it took a lot of work. So but yeah, so they argue back and forth about what happened in Staten Island, and it's funny, he's like, "You owe me, remember Staten Island." They go back and forth about it, and you get a lot of Frank Castles. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, "You gonna keep using this? You gonna keep bringing this up?" Ah. Yeah, Bernthal with that was
Yeah.
amazing.
that
That was an
let me tell you something.
amazing
Yeah.
that amazing work brought to the role of Frank Castle.
Right.
And apparently, this shows up in he's not just ad-libbing that. So let me tell you something, it shows up in scripts.
All the
Like,
time.
that's so he can't get away from it. That's what the thing is. So he's not ad-libbing that. It's just that it shows up in the script. He's like, "I gotta say it."
I'm just saying it might have been at the beginning.
It may have
Oh
been
yeah, when it
ad-libbed at
first
some point,
started.
but he
Yeah.
definitely like,
Yeah.
when he does it in the punch, he's like, I can't remember what movie he's interviewing for, but this co-star, asked him, it's like, "They put that in the script?" It's like, "Yeah, it's in the script."
Yeah.
So that's cool. But yeah, so with Castle's equipment and MJ's insight, Peter completes both inhibitors, and he
I was like,
discovers
that was a
Mhm.
great moment. Yeah, I got all that. Why
Yeah.
would you have all that? MJ immediately
Bombs.
bombs.
Bombs. Bingo.
Like, bruh.
Of course, MJ takes a liking to Frank because he's
And vice
just
versa.
morbid.
And
Yeah,
vice versa. Yeah, that's what I was
yeah,
about to say.
She's still MJ at the end of the day. She's
Oh,
still her
yeah.
absolutely.
morbid self,
Right.
even though she's grown up basically by this time.
Um. So there, Peter's also able to discover the name of the telepath, which is Jean Grey, which I was like, yes, because
Mhm.
there were rumors around about that it might be Jean Grey, but it also might be to set up the MCU X-Men series, but
Sir,
it also might have been Typhoid Mary, who was another redhead telepath.
sir,
Mm.
sir, sir. What? You didn't? It, okay, it's fine.
I figured it was Jean Grey, but also I take into account the boner joke that Kevin Feige threw in to WandaVision. So no, I didn't put it. I wasn't gonna trust them completely about this one. No.
Wait, which corner joke?
When we thought we were getting Quicksilver,
Oh, yeah,
yeah, and it turned
yeah.
out to be a guy with his last name is Boner.
Boner. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
boner joke.
yeah.
So no. So yes, I'm gonna be on the lookout just in case.
All
The
right. That explains what, because like everybody in the theater was like, yes. I'm like, you guys
yeah,
didn't put this together.
No,
the thing
everybody's
is, it's
been
not that we didn't know that it was Jean Grey. It's just that it could
It's
have been
the
somebody
actual
else.
final, absolute 100%. Can't
Right.
lie, can't bullshit. Jean Grey. Gotcha.
Exactly.
All right.
And
Was
then,
like,
or they
what's that her
turned
name
into
was
another
Jean? I was like,
goddamn boner joke. So,
yeah, the
so yeah,
great Kevin Feige. Moving
still
on.
mad about that.
I,
Moving
I
on.
heard it. I heard it.
I'll never not be mad about that. I love
It-
Evan Peters. I love his Quicksilver. Completely fucked it. Whatever. Never getting that back. Fine. So, um, so Jean, Peter tracks Jean back to the DODC, but this time she has a Hulk. She possesses she possesses a Hulk. He's actually in this Smart Hulk or Professor Hulk persona, which I like to call him. because that's the way I was introduced to him. It's a smart Hulk,
That's how I know him as Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um, but during the battle, something breaks within Professor Hulk, and uh he's no longer able to control the savage nature as he was before, and now we are back to the savage Hulk.
Yeah. I did like during that fight because
And it can get
MJ,
that big.
yeah, MJ encourages Frank to go
Mhm.
save Peter,
Mhm.
like with Staten Island.
And he's like, he needs some
But
help.
the hilarious thing is Spider-Man clocks is like, "You're out of your fucking weight class, man. This is the Hulk."
Right. Or you think he's like, I'm just gonna he's like, I should have brought a different gun. He's like, what, to tickle him lift?
Yeah.
He's gonna do jack shit. You know how
Yeah.
many people just waste ammo on him?
And then when they start divvying the things up, and Frank says, "Well, you take care of this, I'll take care of that." He's like, "You just trying to get out of fighting the Hulk?" And he's like, "Well,
Mhm.
yeah."
Obviously.
I mean, it happens to work out that way.
Yeah, basically.
Without being a bitch, I'm a bitch.
Yeah, basically. 100%. I mean, it's the fucking Hulk.
It's fucking Hulk, bro. What are you
Yeah.
Yeah.
gonna do?
It's
It's
good that
not in
he
control.
realized his limitations, I'll put it
Yeah.
that
Absolutely,
way.
absolutely.
Instead of
Especially
just
when he saw all of his bullets bounced off, and this was just Professor Hulk.
yes.
And I mean, and he was full on Frank shooting.
Yes, yeah, I love that. I love that he comes in screaming as he usually does when
Yep.
he's got an automatic weapon in his hands. Like did this throughout all of the series, and I was like, okay, yeah, it wouldn't be Frank if he didn't do that.
Yeah.
Upset.
So like, you could tell, and what I love also about all this, you could tell that they love each other, John and Tom, but you also tell
Yeah.
that they love the characters.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
And that's
absolutely,
why they
100%.
can play so well off of each other,
Oh
is
man,
just and stay in character because they know the characters. When
Right.
people
yeah,
ask John
yes,
about being the Punisher, he could give you a dissertation about that shit.
Right.
yes,
The same thing with Tom and Peter Parker slash Spider-Man. They could give you a dissertation about being these characters because they
yes,
love them so much and know them so well.
Right.
yeah. When casting cast for real, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Looking
And
at you, Witcher.
yeah. And the thing is like uh you a good director is gonna let John do his thing as Punisher. It's like, you know the fucking character. What's he gonna
Mhm.
do when he comes in? Well, he's gonna yell while he fires automatic weapon. They yell while firing an automatic weapon, sir. That's what you do. That's what
Do
he
what you do.
does. Do what you do. And
Imma
they
say
let him do it.
action, give me
Yeah.
the
All
magic.
I gotta do is say action. You do what you do.
Mhm.
And that's a good director.
Right.
So after Peter is able to subdue the Hulk, there's a moment in the comics after the aftermath of One More Day where Hulk and Peter talk, and Peter's like, "You remember me?" And Hulk is like, "Ben, I forget. Hulk always remember." So
Right.
so they kind of have that here, even though
They
it's
played
not
through
set
it.
up anywhere else.
Yeah. It does
Point.
bother me a little bit because, like, when were they
I was
ever
wondering about that.
Friends.
interacting?
Yeah.
Yeah. When did they ever interact with each other before, before No Way Home?
Right.
It's like,
So it's like,
that's a stretch, but I'll take
Um,
it.
I mean, they kinda
No.
no,
Never. Never.
not ever.
Avenger?
No.
No.
Which one?
No, because
Actually,
the
wait,
Endgame, he was gone for
There
Endgame.
was a scene with in Infinity War when Peter shows up to help Iron Man, and Bruce is there. So kind of it's a stretch,
It's a stretch, but I'll
but
take it
they
because it's a
did
good nod.
technically meet.
Yeah. But he says they're friends. I'm like,
Yeah, friends. Mm, right. So we'll let it slide.
let it
Maybe
slide
it's an
because it's a
off-screen
good
thing like
moment.
Staten Island.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be another, what was that with the Hawkeye shit? Fallujah? No, what Fallujah? The fuck was it? that they ended up showing
Oh,
in,
for
in
Blue
Black
Black
Beetle.
Widow.
Widow. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I remember what you're talking about. I just can't remember the name of the place. Budapest.
Yeah.
You and I
Budapest. Yeah,
remember
yeah.
Budapest very
Budapest.
differently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And they show us Budapest
Yeah.
and Black and the. I enjoyed Black Widow, but it wasn't. Anyway,
Anyway,
let's move
yeah,
on.
completely different movie. So, after being able to subdue the Hulk and or at least get him to calm down, Peter goes and subdues Jean, but right before she um goes unconscious, she says a name, Sarah. Um, after in the aftermath, Spidey questions Metzger about why she would say that name, and Metzger says that Sarah is a recently deceased colleague that Jean probably learned about while possessing his mind.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is a
Bullshit.
fucking
He
lie.
says he said
Mm,
while she was in my head, I was
yeah,
thinking about the Sarah person and
yeah.
that probably were latched on.
Mm,
Yada yada yada.
bullshit. Yeah. So when Peter
Is
returns
that
and
my gun? It was awesome.
so yeah.
Uh,
But
thank you, Frank.
yeah. So when Peter returns, MJ confronts him with the letter he wrote for her and Ned, explaining the spell that erased their memories. He explains himself and declares his love, but MJ apologizes because she does not know him or reciprocate his feelings.
Right.
Yeah,
At
so the
this
spell
point,
worked.
yeah,
Worked really well.
it's a different MJ. She's a different person now after the
Right.
spell and after
And
all
she,
the experiences she's had.
right, exactly. Like, and she does say, she's grateful that he saved her and wanted to keep her safe because now she's this person. But she's not. The MJ he loved no longer exists
Mhm.
because what are we if not our memories?
Right.
Feels.
Right. Yeah.
All caps.
So she tries to leave, but remembers that they are in the Punisher's abandoned shipyard. So so she asks for a ride back home, and we get another sad web swinging
Saddest
moment.
ever.
So sad.
Saddest ever.
But he lands and
I'm
she
sorry. I'm
Mhm,
sorry.
mhm.
Thanos killing me with that. Web stop. Web
Oh
stop.
yeah. That's what he was saying. I was like, what
Web
is he
stop.
saying?
Web stop.
Now, my question, why? Oh, he was saying that because he's getting used to his
The
power.
organic
Yeah,
web.
Organic
he was
web.
using
Right.
web stop.
Yeah,
Right.
he was using his organic webs. Yep.
That is a good detail because I did not know what the fuck he was saying, but that's
Oh, yeah,
actually
yeah,
good.
yeah. Yeah, he did it when he was bringing her there, and
Right.
then he did it. Oh, web stop. Web stop.
It's rough, buddy. Yeah, and it's also just sad too. Like it's
Yeah.
funny, but it's also sad. But so she once
And
he brings it.
I might be
Mm,
wrong. He might not have said it on the way back, but I know he said it on the way there. Was web stop.
yeah,
Web stop. He was trying to do it mad quiet so she wasn't paying attention. Web stop.
yeah. But yeah, she invites him up to the apartment to meet Ned, who again is a huge Spider-Man fan, and
And his
they
best friend.
Yes.
yeah, but so they immediately, of course, hit it off. And
Again.
they
Spider-Man's in the vicinity.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, Ned's Spidey tracker goes off, and yeah, it's the Spider-Man's in the vicinity. I'm in the vicinity. I'm in the vicinity. So yeah, again they hit it off because they were best friends, and they're building Legos together, talking about webs and stuff, Spider-Man's webs and stuff like that. It's like because the first question he asked him is about having to use the bathroom.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
like,
Very Ned question.
Hmm?
It's a very Ned question. It's
It's a
like
very Ned
Very.
question.
really reminiscent of him finding out that Peter Spider-Man in Homecoming.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
Yes.
all
Yeah.
of the questions that he asked him are, but they're different this time. They are
Yes.
different this time, which is
Yeah.
fun.
It is personal question, isn't it? But it's never like scientific question because we see that because Peter's like, what you don't want to know about the webbing? He's like, well, I figure it's XYZ, and he just breaks it all down, and it's
Right.
like, well. shit.
And then he's like, well, maybe not that. And he figures
Mhm.
it out. He's like, could be.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So, when Ned goes to get food from the delivery, I'm sorry, the food delivery comes.
This man said, I got 5. We got Spider-Man here. He's not calling hungry.
Right. So, MJ and Peter get another moment to themselves, and she tells him, "You could tell him. You should tell him. He can handle it." And they bring back her drawing because I don't think we saw it in the last couple of movies actually. So
Mhm.
this was from
Point.
Homecoming. She says one of the things she's in detention, and the person doing detention is like, "Why are you even here? You don't have detention." She's like, "I just like drawing people in distress," and she shows a picture of the teacher who was doing the detention. It's like, "That's you." So we see her drawing Ned and Peter, but Peter with his mask off.
Like actual Peter,
Um,
not Spider-Man.
exactly. And she's like, "You guys, I can see it. You guys would be best friends." Um, and like I said, she tells him that he should tell Ned, and that he can handle it. And so, but and then they start talking about the possession, and MJ says it was like a light switch going off. Like was there one minute, and then I was another place the next. And then Peter starts to put two and two together that there's no way that Metzger could have known what was happening during the possession. So he lied.
Mhm.
And he asks Yelena to find out more about what's happening with the DODC, and she finds that there are some redacted files that have a person's name, Sarah, connected with Jean. And hmm,
It
so
does
they
go to show how well connected she is, think because she's been marching to the beat of Valentina's drum.
mhm,
So it helps.
right. So we find out that Sarah was another telepath who was kidnapped by the DODC. Um, and then we go to the DODC as we see a captured Gene ask Metzger what VMAX is. And he honestly answers. He says she says that it's the last message that she got from her sister, and Metzger honestly says he doesn't know. And but he is surprised that she was able to communicate with Gene outside of the room that they're in because the room is basically built for telepaths to defeat telepaths. Um, and one of the scientists there says there was one last giant spike. And the audience was together that she's gone. And then shortly after, Gene realizes that VMAX is a fading text on the label of the air vent above the holding cell. And that was the last thing Sarah saw before she died.
Which is um a great little shot because it's like, yeah, this thing only existed to Sarah. And she's looking for this thing that doesn't exist because her sister is dead.
Right. And it's interesting because there's always this extra shadowy cabal type of thing with extra legal uh government bodies and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it
Absolutely.
very well could have been. So we're on the ride with her, been like, okay, what the fuck is VMAX? What the fuck is
Yeah. They
it's got
could
to
be
be
lying to
something,
her.
right?
Yeah. They
Like
absolutely could be lying to her.
right, exactly, 100%. There's no reason why we would believe that they're not lying to her, but in this instance, it's they're telling the truth, and it's very fucking sad.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
had no idea what the hell VMAX was.
No.
They wouldn't even know that she had said vent max. Wouldn't even know that
No.
that was the fucking
No, because
ventilation
who the
system
fuck
that they
looks
have.
at the vents?
No, they
Right.
just paid them motherfuckers to do their shit and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right. But it was the last thing her sister saw before she died.
Like, has she gotten a janitor from the DOD? Maybe.
Right. Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
DODC.
Go Maxes.
You know what I mean? Janitor, maintenance man, or somebody like that. Yeah,
Right.
they would have known, but
Mm.
maybe. But VMAX,
Nah.
completely nope.
Uh, um, After the realization, Jean becomes enraged and her abilities grow more powerful. She psionically locks the city around her.
Not only that,
Similar. Mm, go ahead.
not only that, I turned to my wife. I was like, she's not just a telepath.
Yeah,
She's
she
also
got telekinetic. Her
yeah, she's
telekinetic
also one
kicked
of the
in. I was
most
like, "Whoop."
powerful telekinetics in all of
Marvel history.
Marvel history. She is an
Yeah,
Omega level mutant.
because I
Yep.
was waiting for that to happen, and
Right.
then I was like, "Okay, here we go. Finally got it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Moving on."
Because she so not only does she lock everybody in psionic, like you were gonna say with Professor X, right?
I was actually gonna say it was reminiscent of Wanda and
Right.
Yeah,
WandaVision because
For sure.
it's part of what happens to Wanda. She doesn't necessarily lock everybody down with her power. Her powers are different, but it's a similar reaction.
mhm.
True. But
That pain, man.
Professor X
Mhm.
and the X-Men movies would do that often too.
Right.
So
But
Mhm.
that's
it was
Yeah,
another
more.
shout there too.
Yeah, that you're right. That is another shout out. I've always was like, well, he's
but
not
he had
kinetic. He does freeze people in time, but he freezes their minds.
He freezes their minds.
Yeah.
but didn't he have to have Cerebro to do that?
No.
He can do a small area, but in
Okay.
the movies he in the first movie, she no, second movie, it was the second movie, X-Men 2. He, uh, whatchamacallit, I forget his name, but the mind control mutant was, making Professor X use Cerebro for that to freeze everyone in the
Mhm,
world and
mhm.
basically every mutant in the world and basically kill them because as long
Yeah,
as
get
you're in
exposed.
stasis, you can't breathe, you can't move, you can't do anything, you will die.
Mhm. Right. So yeah, and I leaned over to my daughter. I was like, because she hasn't seen any X-Men stuff, so I was like,
Mhm, mhm.
I was like, Jean's dumb powerful, a dumb powerful telepath. And then I leaned over when that happened and said, and she's also telekinetic.
Yeah, I
So.
said the same thing
Yeah,
for my wife, but she knows,
Mhm.
she knew both.
yeah, 'cause I was waiting for it. I was like, "Ah, we just focus on the telepath this movie." Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it makes sense that she wouldn't know the full extent of her abilities because she was being trained by her sister,
Who's
who
just
was
a
just a
telepath,
telepath.
right?
Mhm.
So,
So I was like, "There's a
Peter,
telekinesis. There it is."
right? Peter shows up to the DODC. He fights his way in, and that's when around the same time is when her powers go off
Mm.
and freeze everybody.
And he
And
also,
Mhm.
during this fight, he also, yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Peter is partially immune, as we were saying before, so he doesn't get affected, even though he's at the epicenter.
Right, and this is also when he goes up against a mind control version of the Hand again, and kind of accepts himself or his powers, his new
Right.
abilities after,
True.
getting his damn big ass honking web shooters cut up and destroyed.
The only thing that bothered me about that was that it's so goddamn precise. Like,
Yeah.
it could have been a little bit dirtier,
Yeah.
Like, he gets some smash, but protecting himself or whatever. And it's just like, nah, this
Yeah.
motherfucker is so goddamn precise with the sword. He comes in and cuts that bitch up without harming Peter whatsoever. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
I did like the fact that they did introduce or tell us a reason why his shooter is so fucking honking is that they do extra stuff like the web grenades, which is also from
Yeah.
the games, but still an awesome addition to like his um ever evolving gadgets
Yeah.
in a way. So again, showcasing Spider-Man, how smart Spider-Man is to do stuff like this.
Yeah, and I did love that he has his own AI, and I
And
want to say like mm,
and it's rudimentary though, because it's like
yeah,
scrappy. It's like him putting scraps together and creating this stuff as usual.
Tony Stark did this in a cave
If
with
cute.
a box of scraps. Sorry.
Exactly.
So this is so what I think happened was because he has a fabricator there as well. I want to say like he
Mhm.
went to Happy Hogan's place and robbed him, Like, and like maybe or like took parts of it
I
because that's
think
the
he
I
last
kind of
thought
time we
he
built
saw the
that
had
himself.
fabricator.
Hmm?
I thought he had something from I thought that thing that Tony gave him. I thought Tony gave him that.
No, so it was the last one of the last pieces from what
I
you
don't mean
call
like
it.
Tony
Yeah.
personally gave it to him, but it was like
Okay. Yeah, he
from him.
did get it from Stark Industries. Like that was one of the last pieces that Happy actually could take home, or
Oh
something
no,
like that.
he Happy stole that shit. He wasn't supposed to have that.
Yeah, that's right. He just up and stole. You're right.
Like
He
I
did
have
just up and steal that shit. Yeah. You're absolutely right. He did up and just steal that shit.
They even asked, "Were you supposed to have that?"
That right. So so I like to think that Peter requisitioned it from Happy in the same way that Happy requisitioned it from Stark Industries.
It's possible, but I think it seemed like basically a 3D printer version. So I think, to
Sure.
me, in my mind, I think he made that himself because there was
That's
no
possible.
the what was powering the original fabricator in No Way Home was a reactor, was a Stark reactor that was nowhere in sight. That's fair. That's
down.
fair. That's fair.
But so as you were saying, Gene controls the hand and has Peter fire them off and that's when he accepts his abilities and gets to Jean and tries to stop her from killing Mesker because that's what she was about to do. We also see it around the same time Frank is setting up a sniper rifle outside of the perimeter of her influence.
And I
My
love
man said a
that.
50 cal, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
My man said, "All right."
Yeah, it's like, "Imma do it my own way," but I do love that because I did turn around where I was like, "He's also a master sniper." So
Yeah.
it's like this like, it really
That
does
was
like, it is very true to the character.
And
I
it's
mean,
what Frank would
that's what
do
he did. That's
with
what
Yeah,
a
he
major
was.
threat.
yeah.
He's- His very first instinct with a major threat is take that bitch the fuck out. It don't
It's like,
matter.
I need distance. Bet.
Right. And also, we see that he's not actually 100% wrong because her bubble is starting to grow
Uh-huh.
as as she holds it. Because we do see that the bubble is starting to move.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
A little
It
bit, yeah,
it does move a
it
little bit.
was creeping.
Yes,
Okay.
it was definitely creeping. Like if she hadn't been stopped, it could have been all of New York.
Right.
Mm.
Or
She's that
even
powerful.
still, yes, she is definitely that powerful, but also you're killed like, eventually it would have killed the people within the bubble no matter what.
Right, because they're
They can't
stuck.
breathe.
Yeah.
Right. Um, we also see that Mary Jane and Ned are caught up in the bubble as well. Um, so Peter and Jean have a heart to heart, and he she talks to him and says, "Don't think that I can't jump into your mind. I'm more powerful than I was before," and he invites her in. And this is when she sees Peter talking to Aunt May, who tells him, and she kind of takes his place because it's kind of the same thing. So Aunt May is telling him that things are changing for him. His power is growing, and but that's still okay because the people who love you will still love you. Um, we also saw, back when, Jean was in the DODC remembering her sister, and them talking about how their mother abandoned them because of their powers. Um, but, that kind of her seeing the kindness of May
Now,
and mm,
once again, Aunt May's talking all jutsu, undefeated.
yeah, 100%. Undefeated. I mean, she got it from Ben, is what I'll say.
Right.
But yes, Aunt May is talking no jutsu, undefeated. It's unstoppable. You cannot beat Aunt May in a talk no jutsu competition.
Definitely
She
not.
will win, and
Yeah.
then she'll make you feel so good about yourself. Like
I'm saying.
And I
so,
do like it didn't hit me with the same emotional resonance, but I do understand why people were, because it's like I've seen this before in Spider-Man 2. There was a very resonant or very poignant scene in Spider-Man 2, spoilers for the game, where Peter couldn't save Aunt May from the first game, and that is the pain and hurt he's carrying into the second game.
Hmm.
And very similar, that is the core of his pain, and that's very similar to what he's dealing with at that point too. Just that's the core of his pain in this whole
Mhm.
situation. He
Yeah.
couldn't save Aunt May.
Yeah, because he had a standing appointment to always bring flowers to her grave and talk to her for a little bit at the tombstone. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jean backs down. She decides not to kill Metzger, but at the same time, Frank fires his rifle. Um, and I was like, please don't kill another
Yeah.
goddamn mutant off. Like, please don't just introduce her as just to fucking kill her. You guys need to set up the fucking X-Men in
X-Men
this
eventually.
universe.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Not that pivotal of a role.
Right, exactly. Like, okay, Quicksilver not being Quicksilver,
Mm.
fine, whatever. I guess,
Yeah.
bitch, whatever.
Still
But
hurts.
you can't get rid of Jean Grey after just introducing her. So I was like, please hear that rifle, man. So
He
during
sensed it.
the heart to heart, Peter does hear the rifle and moves Jean out the way and takes the bullet for her. And
I wanna say
this
it was
hmm?
did he hear it, or was it just the spidey sense overall?
Spidey sense I will say that because there was a click, and he did hear the shot.
Okay.
So so it is so we'll say it's
All
Spidey sense,
encompassing.
but
Right.
yeah,
All
we'll say
encompassing.
it's
I
all
mean,
encom
we
because
could
his senses are heightened
right.
at that point.
This was his enhanced Spidey sense.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So yeah, so he knew the shot was coming and moves her
Yes.
out of the way and takes the bullet for her, which does a
Fucking
lot to restore her faith in humanity.
fucking 50 cal. Oof.
Yeah, he took that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking Frank. I was like, God damn it,
Right.
Frank. Just one more minute.
And he had the
Yeah. Yeah. So
But that also it's also the tragedy of Frank Castle, because once a bullet fires, you can never take it back.
right.
Mhm.
And the bullet has no name on
No
it.
name.
Mhm.
So yeah. That's one of the things he lives in fear of is that
Right.
he doesn't fear much, but one thing he does fear is an innocent taking a bullet that was meant for somebody else. A rightful person.
Oh.
So, and we see that actually in the show as well. And
Mhm,
the
mhm,
second
mhm.
season, we explore that. So Jean, as
Here,
Peter
here,
starts to bleed out, Jean
here.
starts to breathe for him. She basically takes over his body and starts to breathe for him and keep his system going enough so that Frank could get him to a hospital where he gets surgery and survives. And, and in order to get Peter out without suspicion, even though
Man,
nobody would have known
Yeah.
who
who
the
the hell
fuck it
he
was.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
unnecessary.
It was so unnecessary, but I think it was something he wanted to fucking do.
It was a great moment.
Yeah.
It was a great moment between the two of them.
Yeah. So before that, we see Peter wake up and we see that Frank is by his side sleeping. We also see the picture that MJ was drawing.
Which I
Uh
really hope he took with him.
right. Space is just out there. So
That's right.
but we learned that Frank has been basically keeping up his identity and kind of keeping people away from him, just who doesn't need to be there, or who don't need. And I'm sure the Punisher being there, one, you're not gonna tell him to fucking go anywhere, and two, you're not gonna go against whatever the fuck he tells you to. So you don't know this guy. I don't know this guy.
You're right.
You don't need to know his name. I don't need to know his name.
Can I
Does
get
he
his
have
blood
insurance?
type?
Don't
Yes.
fucking worry
Yeah.
about it.
Exactly. Can I get his blood type?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, let me tell you something. You don't need to know his blood type. You just work on him. And then you don't not do what the Punisher is a regular
Mhm.
ass human being. You don't not do what the fucking Punisher
Right.
carrying a bloody Spider-Man into the hospital says to do. Period.
Mhm.
So yeah. So they have a great moment, a touch moment where Frank tells him, him jumping in front of the bus, never seen anything like that. It's like,
Um,
I've seen bravery, but what you did, it's something else. And so they have a great heart to heart. And then Peter leaves, and it's like, I got you. Frank is like, I got you. He puts on the Spider-Man mask and waves to the people. It does poses and shit like that, and nobody notices Peter except for this one kid who's with his father, and he sees Peter and he gives him a little twit sign, and Peter returns it. Um, and we see that Peter accepts that he doesn't have to be alone in order to be Spider-Man. We also see Jean, as we said before, headed upstate,
Mhm.
possibly to a school in Connecticut. We'll see.
We will see.
Um, we also see Peter after he gets better, talking more with Detective the Wolf, and he you know tells her to say hi to her kids, but she's also telling him to just relax. She
Mhm.
knows about the shooting, and she's like, "We've got this, or you need to recover." And
The whole city knew about the shooting. Shit.
yeah, of course, but yeah. But so the next we see Peter see Ned at the same bodega that he had seen him at before, and he decides to say hi, and he introduces himself with their old school, their childhood handshake, and that triggers a memory in Ned.
Peter.
Peter, and that's where the movie ends. We
Which I
do.
want. Go ahead.
So we do have a post-credit scene where Ned's Spidey Tracker app appears to show Spider-Man located in outer space. So more than likely that is for Secret Wars, because that does take place out outside of Earth, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens with Doomsday because yeah, I'm well, we'll see what happens.
hmm And that's the end of the movie.
And I want to say that moment with Ned kind of calls bullshit to MJ.
That's the thing is that that's what I've said. That's why I said homies before honeys because maybe MJ didn't didn't remember. I don't think MJ did remember either that or she wanted to keep her relationship going or whatever. I don't think she does remember him. I
I
think
mm,
because of Ned's bond with Peter, it's a
right.
stronger bond.
They've been together since childhood.
Right. For so much longer.
Yeah.
So I buy that. I do buy that. I don't call bullshit on that because of how strong their bond is.
I could see why you would, though.
I can understand it.
I
I can
could definitely see
understand it.
why you would. But I did have to.
It's a fair point.
I
It's a
said the
fair point.
same thing. Yeah, it's a fair
It's a fair
comment. But
fair
I
point.
said the same thing, and then I thought about it. I was like, they've been friends and doing that fucking handshake for forever. Like you can bury only so much.
Right.
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, there's a fair point of like I forgot how deep that
Yeah.
Right.
they've been tight.
Yeah.
So that's very fair point. I
Right.
still think that she might have a glimpse or two. She just don't have
I
enough.
think she has an inkling.
Yeah.
I
And
think there's something buried down there
I think
that
at
go
least
around.
that scene at least shows that there's a possibility for him.
Right.
Sure.
Right. I think also because she's changed so much and because they've both changed so much, it's possible that she doesn't want to jump into something. A, she's got a relationship going. B, it's possible that like she's always kind of been a believer of change.
Hmm.
So who knows how he's changed over the years? Who knows how she's changed over the years? They might not be as compatible as they once were. So
True.
they are different people at this point.
hmm
So to her point, who knows if the same relation like yes, that's love, but who knows if they could keep that going into this new life.
Well, I think it's going to be something that there's at least a possibility of it growing.
Yes, that's exactly
Right.
what I was trying to get at, sorry, yes. That's also something like, if he sticks around, if he stays in her life, it's quite possible that something could grow again.
Mhm.
Mm.
So I think
Wh
that's possibly what she's looking for.
which I think they're at least gonna be friends.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
Mm.
and I'm sure, her and Ned are gonna be integral to his, they're gonna be Team Spidey again.
Right. And if anything, it gives them gives her a chance to fall in love with him again.
Mhm.
Right.
Where he is now and where she
Right.
is now. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, it kind of gives them a chance to tell the love story again. Which, to be fair, a lot of people didn't like what happened with One More Day. Like a lot of fans were upset that because at this point, Peter and MJ are married. It's like
Ooh.
just leave it the fuck alone. And yeah, One More Day kind of destroys it, but it gives them a chance to fall in love again. But that's the far side thing. But and they've been married for all these fucking years. I mean, they've been together for all these fucking years and now recently been married. So it's like the fuck. Okay, like we don't need to see it again.
Right.
Fuck,
Mhm.
we don't need to see him fall off again. But this is I think a better version of that because we do get to see them fall in love again. And they weren't married, and it wasn't even they were in love, but
Also,
it wasn't close to that yet.
the circumstances are different because in One More Day, they do it to save Aunt May, who's already, no offense, old as shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't have hot Aunt May in the comics. It's old crusty Aunt May.
Yeah.
Hot out there.
So she's already old, so people were upset that they sacrificed their marriage and their memories of the marriage and their relationship just to save somebody who's more than likely not going to be around for too much longer.
You know, live forever, fame.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
they just cannot get rid of
Who
her ass, even
wants
though
to
they did get rid of
live
Alfred after a while.
forever?
Yes.
Mm,
They, they did.
mm,
Batman no longer has Alfred, I don't think.
No, he's still
And
dead.
most recent, yeah, it's still dead. So yeah, no, there'll be a point.
There'll be a point.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, you're right. Oh man, old and shit. So yeah, I can see why people were
Yeah.
also upset about that. It's like, bruh, you're giving up a whole lot here to use your guilt, buddy, and we've been waiting for this for forever. So, but
yeah.
yeah, I do like that it's not as established as the Peter Parker and MJ story in the comics. So we do have room to grow and see them fall in love as different people now.
Right.
Mhm, mhm.
Even Stanley, who like this, to get into some inside baseball, I believe it was Joe Quesada who okayed it. He's always
I
hated
believe
their
so.
marriage. Um, and funnily enough, when Stanley was still doing the comic strip, he gave it his blessing, but in the comic strip, they're still married. Like when he was doing the comic strip, they were still married.
It's like, "That's cool, do what you do, but"
Exactly. I'm gonna do what I do. Right. But yeah. Yeah. So I honestly rank this among the top Spider-Man movies.
Definitely.
I
I
think.
I I concur.
It
That
is
Yeah.
that
so different. It is so new. It is such a good refresh. And this is the first Spider-Man who's gone 4 movies.
yeah, yep,
Basically a new trilogy, and we can
holding it
probably call it
down.
that. Yeah. So Tom's
I'm
been
hoping.
holding it down. Yeah. But it is beyond what anyone else could have gotten from the Spider-Man 4. Like it
Yeah.
is such a
I agree.
different, refreshing take. And Daniel Destin Creighton he's an amazing director who understands these characters on the level of the Russos. Like you
Yes,
only really
yes,
get this understanding from the Russos. Like the Russos
yes.
know what the fuck they're doing. Daniel Destin Creighton's the same, cut from the same cloth. Like with what he did with Wonder Man, even
Mhm,
Shang-Chi for the most part, even though I have my gripes.
mhm.
He gets these characters and he gets Spider-Man.
And speaking of RIP Wonder Man series,
Right.
That hurt. That
Yeah.
hurt because that was such a
It was a
good
really good
So
show
good.
because,
man,
again, he got
so much.
like, he understood the character. It didn't matter his powers didn't matter as much as him as a person did.
Right. And that's what a lot of these movies and stuff get kind of wrong is just
Right.
that all the abilities are what matter. It's like, no, the
The per
characters what matter. What they want matters. They're just people. They're people just with abilities,
Right.
but they still hurt. They still feel love. They still feel hate and anger. So we should showcase that. And Daniel Dustin Cretton does showcase that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's made whole movies.
Right. Yeah.
He's covered all, you know, at least tried to cover all aspects of the characters, of their path, of
And also,
what they're going through.
this is also the first Spider-Man movie where he feels like Spider-Man. Out of all of them, he feels like Spider-Man. He keeps the mask on most of the movie. He's
Mhm.
talking with the mask. Like, this is
The
like,
spa scene, bro.
yes, this is Spider-Man. Like, he
Yeah.
is Spider-Man in this movie. Like,
100%.
he hardly shows his face as Spider-Man. He talks as Spider-Man. He does everything as Spider-Man. And that goes a long way because we always have this distinction
Mhm.
between Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but it's like this is a grown-up Spider-Man now. He's not in college, not in high school anymore. This is him living his life as Spider-Man.
And I mean, this even goes to the point where, you know, um, between the first two uh movie iterations we've had of Spider-Man, you know, we said one's been a, you know, a good Peter Parker, one's been a good Spider-Man, and he literally, you know, put it to us and to our buddy here who has his name here as on both. He really encompassed that yeah,
He's
this is both. He's doing the best of both right now.
right. Yes, and I think this is really Tom Holland's coming out. Like before, people were shitting on this version of Spider-Man because he's Iron Man Jr. basically, but now this is Tom Holland taking the character and being the character earnestly, like without any strings attached, without any of the the stuff, the Iron Man stuff or anything like that.
Mhm.
This is Spider-Man.
Yep. He's like you said, building all his own equipment there.
Yeah.
He's his own. That's the Peter Parker that we've seen. And, you know, he's using his brilliance to,
Yeah.
you know, build his own shit
Yep.
and be his own version of his self.
Right.
Not necessarily his own version of Tony Stark, but
Mm.
being an
And
inventor of them in of himself.
and some trivia. So it was confirmed that his costume is an amalgamation of the other Spider-Man that he saw in No
Figured,
Way Home. Yeah.
figured, figured.
So and he proudly wears it. And it was cool in No Way Home to for the two other Spider-Man show, but it also creates a new relationship because he was kind of flailing in No Way Home because uh he- Tony's been dead for a little while now. He was actually
Yeah.
flailing more in Far From Home, but he's still trying to find his feet in No Way Home,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they kind of show him the way. Right.
Yep.
And show him how to be a better person, and even through his rage at the death of Aunt May. They're
Mhm.
there. So I really like that he incorporates those lessons of what he learned from them, even though for a short period, into who he is as Spider-Man.
I also like that one little scene we got with him wearing the blue jacket.
Mhm.
I was like, that was a nice little nod.
Yeah, when it was cold, yeah.
Yeah.
He's wearing the blue puffer jacket. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
they,
So,
they
yeah,
they had nice little nods here and there. It was pretty dope.
to me, I would rank this, and people are probably gonna disagree, but
I
this
don't
is
think
the
so.
number 1 Spider-Man movie of all time. Like,
I
to me, it knocks any other Spider-Man movie out the block.
I think the general consensus is that this is top tier, if not number one, because of its difference, its freshness, its take on the character, and it's I mean, there's just a lot that can be said about this movie. So I think a lot of people will probably agree with you. If it's not number one, it's definitely in the top 3.
Yeah, definitely. Anything else to add?
I got my
I
rant
want
out
to shout.
about
Huh?
already. I got my rant out already. So
Oh, I was just gonna say, why is my saying poor connection? That's kind of weird. I was just gonna say, shout out to Liza Cologne Zayas. She did her job. I love seeing her like because I've been following her career a little bit here and there. Um, I I've always loved seeing what she could do on the screen, and I feel like this gave her some meat in a
yeah,
movie, and I really respect that. And shout out to David Zayas too. He the homie, her husband.
What you call it from Batista from Dexter?
Yes,
Okay,
that was her
yeah.
husband.
ah,
Yes.
Did not know that.
that
Very
makes
cool.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah, I think they got married like 98.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
And her Bronx was full in force with
Yeah,
everything.
100%. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy this on Blu-ray. I gotta get this, and I gotta get the Furious.
right.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be on Blu-ray. I'm definitely gonna watch this again.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, absolutely. This this
there was
this this is gonna get another at least 2 or 3 rewatches.
yeah,
I'm the least
amazing.
rewatcher here, so that says a lot.
Yeah.
I normally watch a movie once. That's it.
Oh, and by the way, there was a crying baby in my theater. Sean.
Oh.
Yeah, Sean sent the Sean sent a meme of so it's like somebody's baby crying in the movie theater at Spider-Man, and somebody shoots a baby.
Yeah,
So
and
I thought about that. I
that was
thought
Laz
about that.
Alonso. I didn't know what that was from though.
Neither do I. Yeah, I don't know.
But it
It
was
looked like a
My man
Tubi
said,
movie.
"Fuck it, bang!" Like,
Yeah.
ooh.
I was like, I thought about it. I definitely did because that baby was going off in the movie
Yeah.
theater. It was a 7:30 show. I was like, that baby should be in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
Yeah.
was a
I
3D
watched it.
movie, by the way. So I'm like, what is even the point?
You went
Yeah.
to the 3D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My theater had kids, but we saw it at 10. Like our showing is at 10. I'm like, bro, what are you
Yeah. What are we
doing?
doing
Yeah,
here?
I was trying to go when kids should be like at their summer camps and stuff.
That's fair.
Good
So
point.
that's
Yeah.
when I went.
Yeah. But all right. So since you Malouk's gotta be told what to do, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, leave a fucking comment, or come in your house and I'll smack your parents. And if you got problems, you can reach us at the bnccast@gmail.com. For Sean, CJ, and myself, we'll see you next time on the BNC.
For myself, I'm everybody cousin. Everybody hate him. Everybody love him. Everybody got opinions. Don't nobody want him. That gave us 2 cents and acting like he funded. This ain't the place for